Welcome back to another episode of our Wednesday Icon Talk. This is yours truly, your GODSU film director and Co-M.C and engineer, His Excellency Dakar Eubanks, and I'm chaplain as well at GODSU, and I'm the CEO of Dakar Marketing Tools as well as the director of operations at GODSU. And tonight is our
MOGULS, man of God.
That's our man of God, unleashing legacy successfully.
Man, oh man,
Yes.
That's right.
And to the left of me, I have my co-host and founder of our Wednesday Icon Talk, Her Excellency, Attorney Reverend Dr. Diane Moore-Eubanks, chaplain, and she's the chancellor and founder of our GODSU University, Global Overday Seminary University, and she's also a vice senior president at Invita Financial Network. And tonight we're interviewing Desnant Dr. Malcom D. Alexander, chaplain, and he's the founder and president of Above and Beyond the Call Enterprises, ABCE.
Welcome.
Yes.
It's great to have you.
Well, thank you for having me. God bless you guys.
Yes, we thought your picture showed a man of God, but we saw you and you look even younger and better. We need to find out what tonic you're taking. But you know what? I'm just going to briefly introduce you because I know that many people have heard of you in all the various areas of expertise that you do have as a subject matter expert. This is everybody, Desnant Dr. Malcom D. Alexander. She's been an entrepreneur from an early age and has only don't take no for an answer and go get it done. So he was saying, do it even before Nike. Okay. So currently he's the founder and the president of Above and Beyond the Call Enterprises, ABCE, a venture capitalist, a company that buys and sells businesses, pushing as a serious entrepreneur in 1982 and officially forming ABCE in 1988. Alexander has invested, acquired, housed, participated in the ownership management, or built more than 30 companies. Operating a music enterprise and cookie business was what allowed him to put himself through college with investments in the internet in the 1990s and attempts to create digital publications and technologies that would eventually change the music industry. Dr. Alexander has always been ahead of his time, really a man of the paradigm shift. He was quoted as saying in the 90s, someday we will order a Slurpee online from 7-Eleven and have it delivered. And as you guys know, during this pandemic time, that's exactly what's going on. You can even order chewing gum and Amazon will deliver it. Recently, he got a call from an old friend that said this is exactly what just happened, as I said. Today, he's most recognized as the millionaire maker. That's right. And being a part of GODSU, I'm sure that's going to be changed to the billionaire maker. As he puts it, a coach of your life, not a life coach, under his company, PromelWealth.com. Promel is an acronym for Promoting Money, Entrepreneurship, and to Love Life, which best describes the serious and serial business mogul. Promel lives by we do good by helping you do better. Although he has coached, trained, and mentored over 1 million people over the last 15 plus years, many in the home-based business industry. Alexander insists that his greatest accomplishment is being a stay-at-home dad to his now 3 boys, currently raising his 3 biological sons, Malcolm II, 13, Mason, 11, and Miles, 9. There's another stepson, 21, from his now ex-wife of 11 years that he raised as his own from 6 to 19, and as a completely stay-at-home parent. This is outstanding. And due to his community efforts and outspoken personality in the schools, Alexander was approached by the Montgomery County School System and the NAACP to create an organization to assist parents and schools with better communication. That brought about the Our Colors Count Diversity Group that was founded by him in 2016. Now with very profitable travel coaching and real estate companies, as well as constant investments in startups, his kids and family's lives are never dull. And don't let his young face fool you. He was born July 9th, 1967, ladies and gentlemen. So I bring to you, I'm none other than Designate Doctor. How are you, Sir Malcom? How are you doing?
I am doing great. I didn't know who you were talking about. Oh my gosh, I appreciate that. How are you guys today?
We are fantastic. We're just looking forward to talking to you today and having you drop some knowledge on everyone, all our audience, so their journey to success can be like yours. And you've built millionaires and getting ready to build billionaires. And so we want to find out, what has been your journey to success?
Well, I think my journey, it started off very young. I have to contribute. I didn't really realize this, but my father wanted to be a successful entrepreneur. I love my story. You know, I was adopted at 11 months old by a Caucasian a Caucasian couple. And as you can see, I probably don't look Caucasian. So I'm an African-American. And so that was very interesting. But my father was a computer specialist and one day decided he wanted to be a dairy farmer. And so we moved from Washington, D.C. to Pennsylvania and moved around a couple of times and ended up with a dairy farm. My father quickly decided he didn't like that. My mother loved it, and that I think became part of their demise. But I did learn hard work. I also learned work without immediate gratification. And so I think that was the biggest foundation of it. I didn't realize until recently when someone brought to my attention that my father had tried different entrepreneur ventures, but he sort of didn't stick long enough. He sort of started and stopped or quit too soon. And so for some reason, that was just never a part of me. You know, I wanted more out of life. My mother always thought she used to say that I think you were like an Egyptian king or something, because you always wanted more and you just kept going and you gravitated towards, even though most of our family was Caucasian, I gravitated towards my people constantly. But I also contribute the fact they named me after Malcolm X and Frederick Douglass. I contribute that part to them as well and taught me about my heritage the best that they could. And so I think that those things set the foundation, and then it was consistency. It was just being consistent. And I got to a point in my career that I stopped worrying about would it get done. I just knew it would work out some way, shape, or form. And God was bigger than us all. We would just keep moving.
That is outstanding. No one would have imagined. And you are so passionate about what you do. You've helped so many people, and particularly not just, you know, with the schools when Montgomery County, you know, the schools asked you along with NAACP to put something together to bridge the parents and the students, but also with artists in the music industry. Kind of tell me how your philanthropic work has, you know, parlayed into from entertainment into the school system, and now into tour. I hear that you are fantastic in travel and all the various genres. Just kind of tell me how you move through all those various things and be successful at all of them.
I can't say I was successful at all of them. You know, you fail more than you win in life. But I believe that when I was younger, I got tired of waiting on people. I would get frustrated, you know? And so I found myself starting different enterprises, not because I wanted to or because it was my passion, but because I said, well, that's possible and I could do it. And I needed it for me. That's how I even got into real estate. I recently started a real estate company last year with my partner, but I have always bought real estate. I've always done that, but always for myself, my businesses, from some deals that we were doing, not as a entity or a company. And so I found myself doing a lot of things. I learned a lot of lessons. You can't be the jack of everything, right? And so I learned that. I think the home-based business industry brought me down and said, you know, here's something you can focus on that has a structure. My structure had always been just my drive, determination, just go, go, go. But in 1998, I was introduced to home-based businesses. I know that you guys are familiar with those. Chancellor, you've had a lot of success there. And that was the first time in my adult life that I had a really foundation that I didn't create. And so it taught me some other things. It taught me to read books. It taught me to get mentors. I had mentors before. I didn't know they were mentors. I used to read all the time when I was growing up. We didn't have a television. So my parents just said, read, which I did. And then I started listening to personal development. And then I was working so hard on my businesses. I wanted to read, but I was too tired. So by the time I sat down, I was asleep. And so, but then I discovered back in the day it was tapes and then CDs, and now it's audio all over YouTube and everything else. So I could play those all the time. And home-based business taught me those things and taught me to sort of structure and organize my ventures. And I can look back today and say, man, I could have done this with that company. That's why this company was successful. I didn't know that's why that one was successful and this one failed back then, but because it forced me to sort of go back to school. They say that, the average person graduates high school and never reads another book, and the newspaper doesn't count and the magazine doesn't count, and so that forced me to sort of organize myself. And then I transitioned from that into, the different genres of things that I really had a passion about, or where I had success, or I also had partners. So as my partner, Dr. Richard Miles, I tell him all the time, football, that's your forte, but I can support you 100%. And I think I'm a good partner in the idea that a lot of times when people want you to invest in them, they have a passion, but they don't have the work ethic yet. And so, I would come forth, and if someone had already produced or already had something going, I could jump into it just like I was them, which I found that a lot of people really couldn't. So I ended up with lots of partners and different things in those capacities that led me into different genres and different things. And so I've had a lot of successes in a lot of arenas. But as I said earlier, you have to fail more than you actually win. And people, I didn't put the failures all the time on your resumes.
I didn't see any. I only saw the successes, but go ahead.
I'm gonna have to get the person who wrote that. I don't know what they were doing. So just the consistency and, just moving through the different arenas. And if I see something's lacking, that's one of the things I say with ABC. If you need something, just ask. And I know that's one of the things that excites me about GODSU is the networking capabilities. I've always said that, I grew up with a family who could walk into an elevator and walk out having everybody's number with no idea why, just in case, and a lot of times minorities and my people, they're so skeptical and hesitant to network like that, but you never know when someone can play a part,
That's just amazing. That's amazing that you have that gift. I really believe that that it's one of the fruits of the spirit. It is a spiritual gift to be able to do that, because most people are afraid to talk to people they don't know. I mean, I personally have never met a stranger, and I guess one of the techniques I use, I don't know if you used as well, is that no one is better than me. And so if I was interviewing Barack Obama, I was interviewing anybody or talking to anybody or dealing with anybody, I deal with them all the same. So if I'm dealing with a person who carries the trash or the person who owns a company, I deal with the same respect, the same everything. And that's what's worked out for me. How do you kind of bridge that gap when you meet someone you don't know and you want to introduce yourself? Let's help our audience, because you're an expert.
Well, in my coaching practice, I constantly tell people to act like an actor. When I was getting married over a decade or so ago, and my ex-wife was helping me put together my receipts for taxes, she said, "Oh my gosh, if you guys remember Blockbusters, all you do is go to the movies or you rent these movies." And I did, because I would come home late from doing so much stuff in entertainment and there's nothing else to do. So I would rent a movie and I would watch movies. I love movies. And so, but I'm a little bit of an introvert, but I realized, and I was taught early on, introverts don't have the success, so how do you, if you're an introvert, or if you're shy, how do you get out of that? Because you have to become an extrovert to some degree. So I always coach people to become an actor. You ever watch a movie or a television show and you see someone who plays the part so well that when you see him in another role, you don't even like him in the other role, because the other role, they were the best, right? But it's still a job. They're acting. They've done a great job. And so if you're shy, think about somebody you know who's not shy, and just act like them. You know, if you don't know anybody, well, who do you know knows everybody, and how do they act? And then act like them. And it's okay to go back to your house and watch movies later, or go back to your house and just become who you are. But to get ahead in business, you have to change, and you have to apply the principles that actually work in that business and in the industry you're in.
That is awesome. And another thing I would say is, if you do have a shy child, put them in performing arts, put them in acting, put them in music, put them in sports. That's something that my husband and I have done for our children, because they were shy like me. Growing up, I was extremely shy. My dad would just put a microphone in front of me and tell me, okay, you're emceeing this program. And I had to get out of it because he didn't give me a choice. And we really believe that works, because you really stunt your growth if you're a wallflower, if you hide behind people. So your energy, your passion is just coming through. And I can imagine that anybody who meets you immediately wants to call you friend. So you have that spirit on you. I want to ask you, what are some of the initiatives that you're doing right now? I know that your company is a venture capitalist company. So tell me some of the things that you're doing right now that our audiences could connect with and reach out to you so they can be a part of exactly what you're doing.
Absolutely. Well, I appreciate the questions. You know, you got to have mentors. You have to have people you look up to, you work with. And, you know, one of my mentors has this idea to create 10,000 millionaires. And so they always say, take up somebody's vision. And if their vision is big enough to include your vision, they're onto something. You know, so I gravitate to part of his vision, which is to help create 1,000 of those 10,000 that he's looking to create. And so that's something that I do. I use the field of home-based business in that industry. And why did I use that? Because I was introduced in my 30s. I wish I'd been introduced when I was 18, 19, or 20. But it's something that, you know, Robert Kiyosaki talks about. Is the best way for you to learn business and learn the principles needed to win without you having to pay like you're going to college, or pay what a lot of us have paid the price and made so many mistakes to do. And so if you're willing to be coachable and listen, you can do that. So I'm utilizing that for that. I'm just getting off the ground. I'm just starting this one, but it's very passionate to me, because some of my personal stuff is that dads deserve justice. You know, I know, you know, even when shopping for clothes, like you go to the clothes store and there's a whole department of women and there's this little thing for men or boys, you know, and we're still a part of the world. You know, I did a post on social media the other day, and I had shared a post that somebody else posted. I reposted it about, you know, men and something about them. And, you know, some people commented, and a woman said, yes, but women too. I said, I understand that, but it's okay for us to have some time once in a while, right? And she said, you know what? You're right. You're right. You know, because you're all over social media with that, you know? And so I'm working on putting that together just to bring men together. I've done a lot of mentoring with boys and you know, and men coming out of the incarceration in the system. And we've done a lot with that as well. So sort of fits into that. And also it connects with my Our Colors Count diversity group is what I do with the schools. And it was through the NAACP in the schools, although because of COVID, that's a little bit slow at the moment, you know, that as well, but that's empowering parents with the actual having a better communication with the schools, because I've also found a lot of people don't speak up. You know, they don't say what they want. They don't speak up, you know, and sometimes someone can help either push you in a direction or be the voice for you. You know, everybody needs a helping hand. And then I'm excited because we have an empowerment cruise that's going on in August. So if anybody likes to travel, you know, right now we're crossing our fingers, but our crew is a brand new ship called the Mardi Gras. And the first sailing date, because of COVID, it was supposed to sail in March. It's the largest ship Carnival has. The first sailing is scheduled for August the 7th, and ours is the 14th. So they can tweak out all the things on the first sailing, and we are the second sailing. So no Titanic, okay? But, you know, it's an empowerment cruise that we're doing. And we call it a Take Your Life Back cruise, because this last year has been rough. You know, we are in travel. A lot of people think it's not doing well, but travel is booming. People they're through. They're like, I've got to go. I'm tired of this. It's been a year, you know, and I mean, I was surprised. I went to the airport a couple of weeks ago. It was the first time since COVID. I was in Brazil. I mean, I was in Bali when COVID hit. And it was interesting to watch it roll out in the United States, and we didn't have it in Bali yet. But when we came back and hit the airports, it was a whole different story, But, now, people are like, I just got to get out. I've been locked down. And so we're excited about that because it's time to take our life back. It's time to work with what we have and know it may not go back to what it was before, but we have to move forward. We have to move on. And then, surrounding yourself with like-minded people and, network, the opportunities is just out there if you'll listen and you'll pay attention. And then you take a chance. You take a risk. There's no success in your comfort zone. And, if you are scared, then find someone who's not, once again, and just grab their coattails for a little bit and let them guide you into something you may not be familiar with.
Awesome. So I want you to, for the travel piece, I want you to give us a mini presentation so those can understand, because as you said, you're a jack of many trades, and based on what I've seen, a master of many. Just kind of slow that down and explain to them exactly how they could be involved if they at this time were open to being in your travel business. So Give us a scenario. Just break it down.
Well, we have two parts of that. One of them is a crowdfunding thing, so people are not sure, and they can work with our real estate because people know they need more money. People have it. They've already believed that it's possible to make it, and they're go get it. And the funny thing is, they're usually the most open if you can get to them. Then you have the people with middle class is like, they got a little taste, like, I need more. And then people don't have it, like, I need it. And the first thing is that people are scared to say they need it, And so we've got to get past that. But the way our travel works, I got involved in a travel company about 17 years ago. But the reason I got involved, I didn't even travel that much personally. I traveled for the music entertainment industry, but that was rushing. And a lot of times I went places, didn't have time to enjoy myself. I hadn't taken a vacation in 13 years. But then I saw this opportunity where you could save on your taxes by owning a home-based travel company. There are no other company can give you certain tax breaks that you can get there. I saw the opportunity that when I was going to travel and I wanted to travel, that I could go at the last moment and still afford it.
And you can tell us the name of the company. This is not one of those places where you can't talk. This is GODSU. We're here to promote, elevate you, and make you prosperous, healthy, wealthy, and wise. So speak out, speak your truth, speak the name of your company, and let's get some people involved who need you.
Absolutely. Well, the first company that I'm talking about now was a company called Ytb Travel. It's still in business. It is the #1 home-based travel company, over $3 billion, hands down. No one can touch it. I mean, if you're looking at the facts, that's what it is. Now, if you're listening to hype and what other people are saying, you can buy into a whole lot of other stuff. But it's still #1. For example, the closest competitor has probably done about $1 million in travel. The rest of it is all marketing. We've done $3 billion in the travel, not the marketing side. So, it was YTB. Now, 6 years ago, I had the opportunity to resign from that company. I still have a residual from there of 6 figures, but I was able to resign from there and to help the founders of that company launch a new company called Surge 365. A lot of people think it's the same company. We didn't even do business with YTB for 2.5 years. We brought them back into the fold a couple of years ago to handle the travel agency portion of us. But the new company isn't about being a travel agent. It's about how the wealthy have always traveled. For example, American Express sells a membership, which it sells for about $30,000. It's $3,600 a year, and it's invitation only. It's called Esperado. So most people only know it's around because you're not going to be invited unless you make a certain amount of money. Well, this allows you to go travel at wholesale, travel at prices that the world has never seen. Now, the funny thing is, Expedia, Orbis, Travelocity, Hotels.com, you name it, they're all owned by 2 people, 2 companies. They own 98% of all the websites online that sell travel. So people buy from the same place. They think they're getting a deal. They're not getting any deal. And they compare this price to that price with the same person that's cashing the check. Travel's like gas. Do you really think gas costs $2.97 a gallon? No. If you own a gas station, it might cost you 20 cents a gallon. But you will never see it for 20 cents a gallon. You can drive all over the world. Travel's the same way. If you go online, you walk into a hotel, you call up a travel agent, it's all going to be about the same price. We cut a deal for wholesale that the world's not allowed to see. Then we put a technology on top of it so I can give you a site that's free. You use it, it saves you money, and it pays me. Now, if you're smart, you'd buy the package so you can go at wholesale. In that package comes a travel agency, which means now you get tax write-offs that you can't get with any other business. You can travel in first class in airplanes a lot of times. You can stay in suites because you use the travel agent part of that. Right? It also has 4,000 stores, 70,000 restaurants. So you're saving money, you're earning free vacations, and we're giving you a vacation every single year because we did some research last year and we found out that it lowers heart disease. It changes your immune system. The health benefits, some countries, it's mandatory that you take a vacation every single year. The health benefits of a consistent vacation every year will piss you off at your doctor if you ever looked into it. And so that's what our company is about right now. And so we sell this product that gives you the travel agency, the membership, the site to give to your friends, the tax benefits, all these things in one. And if you choose to help us put that out there, you can make some serious money.
Okay, tell them how they could register on your link.
You can actually find me at ProMel Wealth. That's a good way just to find me and get to the other scenarios. And that stands for Promoting Money, Entrepreneurship, and the Love Life. That is PROMELL Wealth, WEALTH.com. You can find me that way. You can always call me. I pick up the phone, even if it transfers through different lines and offices. And that's 202-723-ABCE, which is 2223. So I'm accessible, and I love to help anybody, even if it's just coaching, helping you invest in the real estate and everything else. Like I said, just ask and we can connect you somewhere.
Fantastic. And what do you hope to accomplish as your legacy here at GODSU? Because you're graduating in about 6 weeks. Kind of tell us what you hope to bring to GODSU and what you hope to bring to the world through your communication and your relationship with us.
Well, I hope to play a small part in what you guys are doing, not to belittle myself, but you guys are doing some tremendous things out there in so many different arenas. And so I hope to play a part, at least a small part, that people can say, you know what, GODSU, Malcolm D. Alexander, there was a connection and they did some incredible things, crossed barriers, crossed lines, crossed countries, and made a difference. That's the key. One of my mentors always said, do you want it to say on your tombstone, oh, this guy made a lot of money, or this guy made a big difference, and at some point in time, it's not going to be about the money for you. You're going to realize it's way more than the money. Money is just something that comes if you do what's right and you put it out there. And so that's what I like about what GODSU does. I think that, you have some tremendous other icons and volunteers and people that make the whole thing work. And I have to congratulate you, because when you can move a volunteer, organization, that says volumes about you. Because, it's easy to move. It's not easy, don't get me wrong, but it's easier to move a group that says, I'm gonna pay you this and pay that, do this, do that, do that. And you dangle carrots over their head like jobs do to people, but to get the people to pull together and work together and then to make a difference is a testament to what you guys are doing and what you have put together, Chancellor. And so I'm excited to make a difference with that. It reminded me, I thought about when I was getting ready for this, we all remember FUBU, and they said FUBU stood for us, by us, but that's not what it stood for. They didn't create that. They sat around, the guys, and were just shooting the breeze one day, and FUBU was a nice sounding word. Somebody else came in on the marketing side and said, we're going to make that for us, by us, so we can market it to y'all. And so what I see what you guys are doing, GODSU, what we can do together is for us, by us, for real. And that's what I'm looking forward to be a great part of. And you guys have had a tremendous start of that.
Oh, thank you so much. And we're so excited to have you You are an enormous influencer. You've helped so many people. And so we just welcome you into the GODSU family. We look forward to you graduating and forward to you using your film editing and your film experience and your entertainment experience to take us to the next level. Thank you so much. And let our audience know again how they can contact you by email and by phone, because we got the website, but just for those people who would like
Yes.
email.
The email is the same as the website, which is promelwealth@gmail.com. So PROMELL wealth, WEALTH at gmail.com. And the phone number, I bought this number years ago, like 30 years ago, 202-723-2223, which is actually stands for ABCE. So that's how you can reach me. I love to work with you guys. I love to connect you if I can. And I appreciate all you guys are doing out there.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Thank you so much again, Desnet, Dr. Malcolm Alexander. We're so excited for your graduation. And don't wait for graduation. Get ready and start working already. I know you already started to send other contacts and prospects, and it'll be great when you graduate to have your business partners and colleagues beside you.
Absolutely.
So thank you so much.
I appreciate you guys giving me the time.
Oh, you deserve it. Absolutely. You deserve it. Yes. Thank you so much. His Excellency Dakar, take it away.
We have our top outstanding global workers. First off, we have helping with administrative work and public relations for NFIJA, Queen Mother, Her Excellency Dr. Dolores Blakely Chaplain, who's the president of New Future Foundation, Inc.
She's been in the UN for how many years?
For 52 years.
Oh my goodness, this great woman of God.
Yes.
Hello, Queen Mother.
Yes. Hello. Blessings to both of you. My goodness. And to have Queen Mother to join you. I'm just so elated of the engagement of the youth through God's youth, how they are growing and developing and flourishing as young people. And this week, which was April the 6th at the United Nations ECOSOC Youth Forum, the young people asked Queen Mother to speak to the young people of the world, which I did, intergenerational. And it was such a joy because it was intergenerational dialogue on the UN commitment and meaningful youth engagement and the promise of the UN 75th Declaration. And you can imagine what the young people are doing around the world, but also our young people in Jamaica, the New Future Foundation chapter. And so, in a holistic approach, Queen Mother is so pleased to continue to be engaged with the future and now, the leadership of the young people.
Thank you so much, Queen Mother. And we're delighted to let you know that we just procured 50 more tablets to send to Jamaica, because some children have not been able to go to school for the last 365 days. And Assistant Dean here, soon to be Dean, Apostle Dr. Adrian, has been very, very instrumental in providing funding and donations so that we're able to connect all over the world. She's come to us, Queen Mother, and she's helping. And so she's a part of New Future Foundation, as well as GODSU is able to fund New Future Foundation through the donations of alum as such as Apostle Dr. Adrian. So thank you so much, Queen Mother. Queen Mother, tell everyone how they can fund and donate to some of the initiatives that you're doing and how they can reach you by email as well as phone number to help with what you're doing right now.
The telephone number is 212-368-3739. I'd like to hear you. And my landline is nothing like a landline. That means Queen Mother must sit and chat with you for a moment. And then the email that represent young people, New Future Photos. That's New Future Photos with an S at gmail.com. And I'm going to ask you just hit Queen Mother. I'm waiting, and tell you how you can give contributions to the young people so that they can continue to perform and be engaged in training of the youth. The young people are our leaders right now, as I told them, throughout the world. We're here to support them financially. And I thank you.
Thank you so much, Queen Mother. We love you. Thank you.
Love you too. Blessings.
Spokesperson for GODSU, Ambassador His Excellency Dr. Bafor Ajabewa, Chaplain or the Ghanaian Ambassador to the USA, and he's getting ready also to be one of our major speakers.
Yes. Another major speaker we have is helping with entrepreneurial encouragement. Dean, His Excellency Dr. Michael V. Roberts, Chaplain, who's the CEO of Roberts River Walk Hotel and is the author of Action Has No Season 2.0.
And also help with administrative work for GODSU, one of our founding members, Vice Chancellor, His Excellency Dr. Moore-Eubanks, Chaplain, the CEO of Take Action Now IT, doing business as TANIT.
Yes, and we have also helping with administrative work for GODSU Executive Administrator, Her Excellency Dr. Arlene Span, Chaplain, who's the founder of Arlene Sweats.
And coming to us again with administrative work for GODSU is Dr. Kelly Perry, Chaplain, and she's the CEO of Kelly Perry Enterprises.
We have our paralegal as well as administrative worker, Director, Her Excellency Cairo Dr. Eubanks, UNCSR CLC CEC Chaplain, who's the CEO of Cairo Speaks and Cairo Writes. She's also going to be the Co-MC of our Empower You conference.
And coming to us with administrative work and public relations for GODSU is our Dean, Apostle Dr. Adrian Jackson Chaplain, President and owner of Global Expert Solutions LLC, and also leader for GODSU Teach and Pray co-host, as well as just a fantastic person who has really promoted and elevated GODSU to every level.
Thank you, Her Excellency Chancellor Moore and His Excellency Dakar. It is a pleasure to be here with everyone here today to share a little bit about what I do for Global Expert Solutions LLC. What we do is we provide education, training, and strategies to help leaders and organizations to improve leadership skill set and competency, and strategic consulting services for organizational culture, global expansion, public relations, leadership, management, operations, human resources, and additional services needed by the client. We are here to help your organization to go to the next level. As we all know, we're in a season of change where the business environment has been affected by COVID-19 and economic strains. So we here at Global Expert Solutions are here to help you. And I have a team of experts that are going to help me to help you to move ahead for your organization and in leadership skill and competence. But I want to really share a little bit with you about Global Obadiah Seminary and University. I'm just tinkle pink to be a part of this fantastic organization. Every man and every woman has been sent by God to be a global worker. And I am just learning a boatload of information. And you don't want to miss out on the opportunity to learn as an entrepreneur, to learn spiritually. We have awesome programs. We have our Teach and Pray program. We have programs for our youth. We have chaplaincy programs. They are just outstanding and phenomenal. So I encourage you, if you are invited or contacted by an alumni, go and investigate. Check out our website at www.godsu.org. And I look forward to seeing each and every one of you to be a part of what God is doing for Global Obadiah Seminary and University to impact the world. Thank you so much.
And please let us know how they can call you, email you, get on your website. And I want to tell everybody, I personally endorse Apostle Dr. Adrian and her business. She's not by herself. She has a board of experts and icons. I am one. So when you get her, you get me, you get so many other icons. So tell us how they can reach you, please.
You may reach me via telephone at 657-358-0297, extension 1000, or you may call me toll free at 877-658-0377. And my email address is aej, period, the word success, 777 @outlook.com. I look forward to hearing from you. Thank you.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you.
Next up, we have helping with NFFI JA STEM and curriculum development, Dr. Daniel Porte, who's a GODSU board member, as well as he's the CEO of Professional Management Enterprises, Inc.
Also helping with public relations for GODSU, Bishop Dr. Reginald Benjamin Chaplin, pastor, CEO, and bishop of Lighthouse Christian Fellowship Center, and also a co-host of the God Success Teach and Pray.
Yes, helping with public relations as well, Chief Dr. Kelechi Oeke Chaplin, who's an immigration officer at the Department of Homeland Security.
And helping with public relations also for GODSU, Assistant Dean, Reverend Dr. Lilithia Davis Chaplin, CEO and founder of Dior to Live and Overflow. And she is also a co-host of God Success Teach and Pray.
We have public relations for GODSU, our Miss Black Florida Talented Teen, the Miss Black USA title holder for the Sunshine State, Sudan A.L. Eubanks, CEO of Sudan Dolls Games and Apps.
And also co-host of the God Success Teach and Pray, and a junior ambassador who has traveled to Jamaica several times representing her mentor, Queen Mother, Dr. Delois Blakely. And helping with public relations also for GODSU is our main guest today, and that's Desnet Dr. Malcom D. Alexander, Desnet Chaplain, founder and president of Above and Beyond the Call Enterprises, ABCE.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Well, thank you for the introduction. I appreciate everything you guys are doing. Guys, I started Above and Beyond the Call Enterprises, and it's really what its name is about, of going above and beyond. If you need something, ask. We have a lot of different things going on. We would love to be a part of, to help you. We have an investment firm right now in real estate and just helping people to invest and stuff. Don't think you can't get started in changing your financial future. That's with a ProLit, which I'm excited about that right now. We also have the coaching, where we coach and mentor people in a lot of different capacities, including music, entertainment. And then we have the travel. Guys, we got to get back to travel. You got to have some fun. We don't get a do-over. And so you've got to get out and explore. That's the thing I love most about being a stay-at-home dad of 4 boys, is being able to take my kids on vacation or some type of travel every 2 months. We've got to do it, guys. And then, all the things that GODSU is doing out here, the programs they have. I mean, as I learn and I hear all the different programs, like, oh my gosh, they don't add like 2 and 3, they add like thousands all at once, right? And guys, and just think about the outlet that you have, even what you're hearing today, that they're not selfish, and they allow you to get out there and speak and promote and network. And that's what it's all about. So guys, get with us, get with GODSU, listen to the people who call you, share with you, just do some research. You'll be excited about what you find. If you need to reach me, you can always reach me at 202-723-2223, which is ABCE. My website is ProMel Wealth. That'll lead you into some other things that we have. That's PROMELLWEALTH. And that's the same with the Gmail, with Gmail for the email. ProMelWealth@gmail.com. My name is Malcom D. Alexander. God bless. And remember, guys, it is your decisions that determine your lifestyle. Back to you two superstars.
Oh, you're outstanding. Thank you so much, Dr. Malcom. And next I want to introduce for administrative work, for engineering, for filmmaking, for graphics, for publication. I could go on and on. Director, His Excellency, Dakar Eubanks Chaplin, CEO of Dakar Marketing Tools, as well as director for all the operations here at GODSU at the young age of 24, just blows me away, as well as he styles me. As you know, Dr. Alexander had on something else. He sent me off and made me change. So this is the man here, jack of all trades and master of all.
Oh, thank you.
Take it away.
Yes, thank you for that wonderful introduction. I am the MC and engineer of our show. I'm His Excellency Dakar, and I'm Director of Operations at GODSU, and I'm the CEO of Dakar Marketing Tools. You see some of our products before you. We're an international graphic and printing company providing you with all of your marketing needs to help you and your company grow. You see that the Chancellor and I are holding up our branded rings there that we do. We also have branded pins that you see us holding here. These are branded pins as well. And we also have branded golf shirts, branded jackets. You see Apostle Dr. Adrian has, as one of her many, she has several. And we also have our GODSU African American History Bibles that you can see. I have a display of it on the screen there. It features those that are African Americans throughout history, that are in civil rights movement, that are in medical, yes, as well as
Sports.
Politics and government as well.
And we're in there. Our actual students are in there. So along with them, with ambassadors and President Obama, etc. Wonderful, wonderful.
Yes, and it also has the scripture in large print, so it's easy for you to follow.
People like me, I'm 58, I can hardly see, so I had to get one of those big Bibles, so that's what we have here.
Yes.
Yes.
In addition, we provide merchandise that's crucial to your business's success. As you can see, this is our Empower You magazine that you see our chancellors holding up. It has 342 pages, and it has the students directory, which has all the directory information of our students that you can contact and do business. It's also a great way of marketing your company and advertisement, as we have many people that buy the magazine. So it's a great way to get your business out there. And we also do banners, flyers, digital business cards, and printed business cards. And with our innovative tools, we can turn your brick and mortar into an e-commerce platform. We ended our Zoom for Profits course a couple of weeks ago, and our Assistant Dean, Dr. Adrian Jackson, was one of the students that partake in that course. And you can still register for it, and you'll get all the recordings and all the resources, and the information is on the screen. And we also want to show, you can see some of the work that we did with Innotify Jamaica on the screen.
That's right, on the Queen Mother.
Yes,
that's right.
Under Queen Mother. And also, I hope you enjoyed the Operation Stop Cyber Harassment. That was today at 5 p.m. to 5 p.m. to 6:45 p.m. Her Excellency Cairo hosted that. I hope you enjoyed that as well.
And that was also done through the Junior Ambassador Program on the Queen Mother.
Yes.
So we are constantly doing all kind of courses. And we did that with the Anti-Defamation League, as well as several other companies. Yes.
Yes. And also we want to highlight our May 21, 2020 virtual Empower You conference and graduation. You can see the information, how to register for that on the screen. You can get it while the prices are still low. And as we get closer to the day, the prices go up. Right. So we can adjust, so we have enough for our vendor, so we don't get any surprises. We have enough space.
That's
right. To allow our students in. And also, I want to thank you for that. You can contact me at info@dakarmarketingtools.com. That's our email. You can visit our website, dakarmarketingtools.com, and you can text us at 754-260-5157. But without any further ado, I want to introduce the founder of our Wednesday Icon Talk, as well as the founder of GODSU, the Right Honorable Her Excellency Dr. Diane Moore-Eubanks, chaplain, who's the founder and president of GODSU. Please take us away.
Thank you so much. But really what it is that when anybody doesn't do anything, it all falls on me. That's what all those titles mean. You remember that song, The Cleanup Woman? That's what I am. I'm the cleanup woman. Let's do anything everybody else doesn't want to do. Well, first of all, I just want to extend a special appreciation to all the GODSU leaders that are on, that, we invited here today. We don't invite everybody. So if you're on here, you're special. We just love you guys for volunteering all the hours that you do. We especially thank those who provided actual names, emails, phone numbers, and for referrals, prospective students, nominated folks. We're so grateful for the opportunity to add more workers of God to our database at GODSU here, as well as New Future Foundation, Inc., the Jamaica chapter, which is a UN NGO under New Future Foundation, Inc., that's in New York. And we have the founder here for all the diaspora and Africans all over the world, which is Queen Mother Dr. Dolores Blakely. So thank you everybody for coming. I am your humble servant, Diane Moore-Eubanks, the Chancellor here at GODSU. I'm also on the executive board of the Minor Football League, which is the only professional football league that actually feeds into the NFL. I'm also the first female to have acquired a professional football franchise, which is the Florida 49ers. So we're so pleased and thankful to Dr. Richard D. Miles for making that a reality. I'm also a licensed financial service advisor with Invita Financial Network, where we teach you how to plan for retirement. We ensure that you know how to save and that you know how money works. So we want to teach you about the IUL programs that we have, where your children, yourself can actually be your own bank. What is it like that you don't have to go to the bank and beg for money, but you've put things in place? How many people that you've seen that you thought had their money together when they die, you see you're getting a GoFundMe, you're getting people begging for money. That's because they appeared as if they were in charge of their finances, but they weren't. So we're here to teach you financial literacy. So we'd love to help you with that. As the provost of our Global Bible Institute, which is our Christian seminary, we have wonderful courses in all the various genres, whether it's theology, divinity, to help you with that. But most importantly is that at GODSU, we're interfaith university. So we welcome people from all diverse backgrounds, from all various religions, to take part in the courses that we have, which are entrepreneurial based, because we realize that unless the check is written in your name, you're working for somebody else. And when that goes away, where are you going to be? So we encourage you to be entrepreneurs. We just added 3,000 new courses, and we're just so excited to have you here at GODSU. So with that said, we want to thank you for being on our Wednesday Icon Talk. We want to congratulate our mogul, our man of God, unleashing legacy successfully.
Man, oh man.
That's right. And that, of course, is the great Dr. Malcolm Alexander. So with that said, thank you guys for joining us for another Wednesday. We're so pleased. Thank you so much, His Excellency Dakar.
Yes,
you just do so much, including styling me and profiling, having styling and profiling. Thank you so much. Okay, thank you, everybody. God bless you. Bye.
Global Ovid Day Seminary and University GODSU is a 501c3 interfaith e-learning Global Florida Department of Education Commission of Independent Studies approved degree issuing religious institution of higher learning under Florida Statute 1005.061F in Miramar, Florida, a suburb of Fort Lauderdale suburbs. Our curricula include programs like our theology diploma, bachelor's, master's, and PhD programs, which are designed for students called to the ministries of teaching and preaching. Program enrollees include pastors, evangelists, missionaries, and laypersons. Our additional courses: Entrepreneurial Studies, premier self-development courses on wealth building. We also offer a mini course for youth, the Junior Ambassador Youth Public Speaking, to gain professional and personal skills. Chaplaincy Diploma, Love and Spiritual Interfaith and Christian programs. Chaplains are trained, certified leaders attached to either a religious and/or non-religious institution or organization. cybersecurity IT courses. Our licensed instructor has a 95% pass rate compared to the 30% national average for CompTIA accredited courses, such as Security Plus and Network Plus. 40% of our alum who've gone through our prestigious GODSU honors programs have also previously matriculated through their earned doctorate programs. Our alum include physicians, ambassadors, statesmen and stateswomen, icons and billionaires, religious leaders, titans in business, global philanthropists such as Ambassador of Ghana to the United States, His Excellency Dr. Bafor A.J. Bewa, Ambassador of Nigeria to the United States, His Excellency Dr. Sylvanus Musafor, billionaire builder and dean, His Excellency Dr. Michael V. Roberts, former Maritime Minister, Government of Nigeria, Honorable Dr. Leke Olawale, President of Fraser Net and Fraser Nation and Power Networking Conference, Dean, His Excellency Dr. George Fraser. Our world-class and esteemed professors include Attorney Her Excellency Reverend Dr. Diane Moore-Eubanks, PhD, Chancellor, Physician Dr. Eric Bizetsky, Clinical Health and Nutrition and GODSU Medical Expert, Physician Her Excellency Rhoda Makinde, PhD, Chief Medical Doctor, GODSU, Medical Missions, Dean Michael V. Roberts, JD, PhD, Dean of Entrepreneurship Studies, Dean George Fraser, PhD, Personal Development Studies, Dean Kyra Eubanks, Dean of Junior Ambassador, Professor Willis Eubanks, PhD, Dean of Cybersecurity Program, Professor Reverend Dr. Joseph Hickman, Associate Professor, Theology Program, Professor Imam Dr. Talib Sharif, Professor Interfaith Program and Chaplaincy, Professor Reverend Dr. William Blake, Theology Program Curriculum Development, Professor His Excellency Dakar, Ethical and Successful Marketing Technique, Entrepreneurial Studies. Blessings!
Technology, social media, the web, Zooms. Businesses, families, friends, lots of people are Zooming. But are they Zooming for profit? Well, you can. Zoom for Profit class sign-up going on now. Global Ovid Day Seminary and University GODSU will be teaching Zoom for Profit. 3 classes, March 17th, 24th, and 31st from 8 p.m. Eastern Time till 9 p.m. Zoom for Profit skills taught will be Zoom Basics, Zoom Essentials, turning your brick and mortar into an e-commerce platform, how to chat in a Zoom meeting, knowledge on recording a Zoom meeting, how to make money doing Zoom, and so much more. Zoom for Profit, 3 days, March 17th, March 24th, March 31st, 2021. Zoom for Profit's class prices are as follows. Option 1, $99 per class. Option 2, all 3 classes only $250. Payment methods you could use now to sign up. To pay by Cash App or Apple Pay, 754-260-5157. For PayPal payments, paypal.me/DAKARE. For Zelle payments, 121